we are back for another video, and today is another Tundra playthrough. And what we're doing, we're going to be continuing the mission with the Calyrex in the game. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to talk to the mayor, because that is the last one here. Alright. Let me see. Do I remember the king of the bountiful harvest? Why, of course I do. No, I don't like that. Hey, Shiny Boy. It's only the main tourist attraction of our lovely Freezington after all. I imagine we would see more visitors if only the king were real. You have asked the people of Freezington about the king of bountiful harvest. Time to report back to Calyrex. So we need to go over here. Oi. Oh, human child, I trust you were able to speak to the villagers? So, how was it? Did they say anything about me? Just that you were a fairy tale. It is as I suspected. Nobody truly believes that I am real. It seems that people of this land have indeed forgotten the bond they were once shared with me. Oh no. Of course, I am not grieving. I am the king of bountiful harvest. After all, I know better than to count on humans to remember me. This proves beyond a doubt that I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers to return. If only my loyal Steed were to return to me, I would regain something of what I've lost. Your loyal Steed? Yes! Oh. Oi, yes! The four-legged Pokemon that I used to ride all across the land. The very same Pokemon that my statue in the village shows me riding. At last, though, in ancient times we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys and over the mountains of this land. My power waned, and I was forced to part ways with it. Now I know not where it may be. Even if we should have succeeded in locating my loyal Steed, I have my doubts as to whether it has remained well loyal. I have lost so much power. Perhaps the villagers know something about my currently not so loyal Steed. I would be in your debt if you could speak to the head of the village on my behalf. If you are able to find any information at all, I ask that you let me know. Snort. Gah. Huh, Chief? What a massive noggin. Or, wait, no, it's normal. I must have fallen asleep where I stood. Sorry about that, Chief. Still, I feel strange, like my body's not quite my own. Guess I'll head back to the base and get some rest. Besides, it's freezing out here. I know it doesn't actually say besides or about because of the apostrophe. I just don't like. I just say it because it makes more sense. I don't like those apostrophe things. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I assume so. But now we head over to here, and this will activate this cutscene. And yeah, the mayor. Oh, that sounds like an old. The mayor not home at the moment. He went to have a look at the fields in the giant's bed. You can go look for him if you're in a hurry. The fields in the giant's bed are to the southeast of the village. Go through Frost Point Field and just keep going to the left. So I think we might go through this gate and it should be good. Yep, on the right side now. So we're just heading over to this little area here. Sonny boy, at last the field is no good either. The soil is barren, no crop could possibly grow here now. Perhaps the lands of the Crown Tundra truly are beyond hope. What's this? Oh, our dear visitor, what brings you here? You want to learn about the loyal steed of the King of Bountiful Harvest? Well, this is hardly the place to start telling. Come to my home in Freezington. It's better to have a nice chat in the warmth after all. Please visit whenever you're ready. I'll be waiting. Alright, so that is only 6 minutes. We're in 6 minutes, and so that means we still have a good, like, a little bit less than 9 minutes. Bar, have you seen what's happened to the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvest? Its head has become massive. You say that that's the way the king's supposed to look? Now that you mention it, it does resemble the design on our town's souvenir shirts. But you speak as if you've seen the king with your own 2 eyes. The statue has been broken since I was a child. Oh, of course, you want to learn about the loyal steed of the King of Bountiful Harvest. Well, I don't know why you'd be interested in such things, but come then, follow me. An old book I read long ago said that the king's loyal steed was particularly fond of a certain special vegetable. But my memory isn't what it used to be. I can't recall what exactly the steed so desired. I think it's best that you search on the bookshelf over there if you want to find out any more. Alright, so we're going to read some of these books here. There are kinds of books about the Crown Tundra. Which book would you like to read? I guess we could. The king was the great Pokemon that brought abundance to our cold land. With a sweep of its right hand, the land would be blanketed in the verdant grasses and blooms. With a sweep of its left hand, the fruit of the fields would ripen and grow heavily. Its great crown of green gleaming, the king galloped across the land astride his proud steed, and in their footsteps buds would burst from the soil and rich life was born across the region. I don't know how it works because so there's 2 steeds, one's a ghost, one's an ice. Don't think any of those would be helping the land, but okay. And you can only get 1 per game, so we're going to be getting the ghost one in this playthrough, and then we're going to use in this account, and then I'm going to use my second account to get the ice one. And so we worshipped the Pokemon and paid it all due tribute as king. Would you like to check any of the other books? King's Proud Steed. The horse Pokemon gave over its power to serve the king and carry it hither and thither. The two even became one for a time, combining their strength to create a force in a single night. This proud steed had been a wild thing once, ravaging the village crops and causing much woe, but the king in all its greatness brought this fierce creature to heel and secured its loyalty. And for each among us who claims the steed's hide was black as midnight gloom in which ghosts appear, there's another who claims it was a white as a block of solid ice. None alive can now say which is the truth. The Rings of Unity. Through these rings did the king send its power in order to tame and control its proud steed. The rings, in fact, were made by the hands of the people in thanks for the plenty brought by the king. These rings bound not only the horse and the king to one another, they bound the people to the king as well. At the dawning of each new year, we must never forget to gift the king with this offering. Let the radiant flower and the mane of the steed be woven together to bind us all in faith. Let the secret of this sacred art be passed from parent to child to grandchild and never forgotten. Would you like to check out any of the books? Yes. Hardy crops for the Tundra. While carrots can be grown in the Tundra, they have rather unusual growth habits. When grown beneath the heaped snow, these hardy roots tend to develop into ice root carrots. When grown in the tracks close to where many souls are laid to rest, the shade root carrots will be your crop. Shade root crops are a favorite treat for many ghost-type Pokemon, while ice-type Pokemon seem to like in eating the ice root carrots. According to old fairy tales, the steed that the King of Bounty Harvest rode upon loved both of these varieties, or perhaps one or the other. Records seem to contradict one another, with some stories speaking of a white steed delighting in ice root carrots and the others mentioning a black steed devouring the shade root carrots. Would you like? Yes. I'm gonna have to end the playthrough here. I know I didn't get to finish reading the books, but my camera died, so I don't have a lot of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you are new, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for my next upload. My YouTube channel, website link, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Snapchat are all down in the description as always. And thank you. Goodbye.